Welcome back to Uprising. I'm Sonali Kohatkar. For the third year in a row, Walmart workers walked off the job on the busiest shopping day of the year to make their voices heard about low pay, managerial retaliation, and generally poor working conditions. In what were considered the largest such actions yet, the group Our Walmart coordinated protests and pickets at 1,600 stores around the country. In many stores, workers and their supporters were arrested. Some groups of workers went on a hunger strike. Some shoppers even joined marchers. And elected officials, such as city council members, expressed statements of support. In New York, activists chained a large food donation bin to the front of Alice Walton's ritzy Park Avenue condo. Ms. Walton is the daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton and is worth tens of billions of dollars. One of the world's largest employers, Walmart made nearly $500 billion of sales last year. My guest is Josh Eidelson. He's a reporter for Bloomberg Businessweek and a former salon writer who has closely followed the Our Walmart Black Friday protests. Welcome to Uprising, Josh.
Thank you for having me back.
Thanks so much for joining us. Well, first, how significant were the protests these year, both in terms of the size and the impact that they've had on Walmart itself?
So according to organizers, there were hundreds of Walmart employees who went on strike, tens of thousands of people who protested, 1,600 U.S. Walmart stores that had some kind of demonstration. For perspective, the very first of these Black Friday strikes in 2012, organizers said 500 some Walmart employees went on strike over the course of that week. A figure was not released by the campaign last year. Again, this year so far, they've said they can confirm there were hundreds of Walmart employees. So it's not clear that this campaign, which has been faced with credible allegations that Walmart has fired dozens of people who have been involved, it's not clear that this campaign in the 2 years since bursting onto the scene has been able to grow in terms of the number of Walmart employees it can mobilize to walk off the job. It has seen changes from Walmart or announcements of policy changes that address some of the issues in modest or incremental ways that have been rallying cries of this campaign around workers' hours, around minimum wage pay, around pregnancy and the accommodation for workers who are pregnant, a sub-campaign of Our Walmart called Respect the Bump. And so the campaign is able to point to ways that Walmart has made high-profile moves, either addressing things that are in the headlines or things that the campaign has made a major issue of. Walmart, of course, continues to say, well, we always listen to our associates, and we're not doing anything in particular in response to these protests, which the retailer remains dismissive of.
And I want to pick up on what you just said. Corey Lundberg, Walmart's communication director, said to Al Jazeera, most of our associates are very happy. And the Al Jazeera report that quoted him said that he pointed out that Walmart changed its scheduling practices in April to allow hourly workers to sign up for extra shifts, and that over 170,000 associates were promoted to better positions in the past year. He also said that the majority of associates are full-time and earn close to half earn at least $25,000 a year, which is also one of the major and very specific demands that Walmart workers had been making. What do you make of this assertion? And so does it seem as though if we do measure it by what Walmart has done, even if they are incremental changes, this movement has had an effect?
Well, again, Walmart insists that the movement has not had an effect, but certainly we have seen these kinds of announcements. We've seen other announcements. We've seen TV ads, much like recently the Koch brothers ads that go on TV and say, look, here's all the great things we're doing. Companies that weren't previously make an extra investment in that kind of positive public attention when they're facing negative public attention that they don't like. And so it does appear by all signs that there has been some impact. That said, Walmart is an existential threat to the labor movement in the United States. Walmart's business model, not only it has a downward impact in the retail sector, but on suppliers. It's something that's being aped by competitors. It demonstrates the way that American capitalism in many ways is going in terms of this non-union model, this low-wage model, this just-in-time production model. And unions historically have failed over and over again, either to get collective bargaining at Walmart, which our Walmart claims it doesn't want, or to overhaul the business model, to make it a model that isn't going to drive down standards elsewhere as well. And so this campaign can point to incremental change. In the 50-some-year history of Walmart, there has not been a challenge as strong as this one in the United States by Walmart workers. And at the same time, in the large scheme of things, Walmart's business model remains one that poses a very real threat to what organized labor has tried to achieve in the United States. And it's not clear that this campaign has been able to dramatically grow in the past couple of years in terms of the willingness of Walmart workers to take the risk of getting involved.